Hello, hello, my lovelies. Today we're going to be talking about yet another spicy retelling of Hades and Persephone. This one is called A Touch of Darkness, and this is by Scarlett St. Clair. I have words, so we're going to talk about those words. Without any further ado, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's jump into it. Roll the intro. Welcome back. Now, this is yet another book for the 18 plus girlies. This is another spicy book. The reason why I've been doing all these spicy retellings of Greek mythology recently is because I was recommended all these books by a friend of mine who knows I love retellings of fairy tales, mythology. I love retellings. I like seeing what different authors can do with certain stories. I'm a huge fan of retellings. But she never mentioned to me that these were spicy, and I bought them all at the same time, pretty much.
Wow.
So if she's watching this, thank you for tricking me. I laughed hysterically at this book, as I do with all spicy books, because if you don't know who I am, or my approach to spiciness, I laugh. I know I'm broken. I laugh at spicy books because I find the way people find themselves in these situations to be hilarious sometimes, and especially when they get caught, I feel like that's the funniest thing. I feel like I'm reading, like, into people's personal lives, and it's, like, I feel uncomfortable, and when I feel uncomfortable, I laugh. And also, like, circumstances can be hilarious in these types of books. So that's my approach to spice. I don't have the usual approach to it. It's just me. Okay? But yeah, if she's watching this, I'm going to vet every single one that you recommend me from here on out. So, you know who you are. Next time I'm vetting every single book that you've recommended me, because I have trust issues now. So anyway, this is A Touch of Darkness. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling. And in this one, Persephone is trying to live a normal life. She is in New Athens, and she is working to be a journalist as a mortal. She has been given permission to attend school from her mother Demeter, and in this one, everyone that is divine or a Greek god have horns, and they have to have a human glamour or a persona about them to exist in the mortal world. And in this one, Persephone does not have her magic. And so she's having to rely on her mother's magic to give herself her glamour in order to live this life under the rules that Demeter has set for her. And one of the biggest rules for her is to stay away from the gods, especially Hades. And she's never told why. She just knows that her mother hates Hades in this one. And so she does her best to stay away from it. But one night, her mortal friend and roommate, Lexa, gets an exclusive invitation to the biggest club that Hades owns, because in this one, Hades owns a series of clubs and a lot of different, like, restaurants and things, because he is, again, like a god of riches. And she gets the invitation to this club, and they go, and she ends up meeting Hades and accidentally making a deal with him. And the deal is to create life in the underworld. And she has 6 months to do this. And throughout it all, they fall in love, and that's just the usual myth, but I actually liked this one. I really did enjoy this one. I felt like the approach to it was really good. And also we get the whole thing about, like, Meninthe. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Meninthe. Minthe. I think I'm pronouncing it right. The other way I can say it is Minth. So if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, please. I don't like being wrong with pronunciations. So we get that whole thing about Persephone turning her into a mint plant which, if you know Greek mythology, that's not exactly a spoiler, and if you haven't been familiar with the tale, I'm sorry, but spoilers for that. The way that they fall in love is really cute. They have this, like, I hate you, but I love you back and forth kind of thing. And Hades is, like, very closed off at first, and he's very business-like, and he still kind of has, like, this interest in Persephone. And there's troubles along the way. There is dealing with Demeter and Persephone having to, like, deal with her human life and keeping her goddess life away from her mortal life. And there's a lot of conflict at work with her because she starts working at this famous newspaper, and she gets tasked with making an article about Hades because she's interacting a lot with Hades and no one really knows about this deal that they made. So she's using the deal as a way to make these articles about him, and there's a lot of conflict with that. And I feel like this was very solid. I think I enjoyed this one a little more than Neon Gods, which is another spicy Hades and Persephone retelling. That one had a lot more smexy scenes, where this one, thankfully, does not go into egregious detail with it. So I feel like this one was better to me. Again, these are my opinions. You can disagree if you want. If you want more descriptive scenes, have at you. Read Neon Gods. If you don't really prefer, like, the amount of detail, I liked this one for that reason. And the whole world dynamic is very more interesting to me, but I still like the dynamic of Neon Gods as well, and that whole series. But I did like this one. I felt like I really liked this one a lot. I don't really have a lot to say negative about it. I actually really do like this cover art. I think the cover art's really cool too. So I don't really have that much to say about it, except I really did prefer this one to Neon Gods. And I like I even like the tagline on it. It's like, as she struggles to sow seeds of her freedom, love for the god of the dead grows, and it's forbidden. Like, that really does go right into the whole myth of it. And this does explore more closely to the myth than Neon Gods did. And I really did appreciate that. I think I really did like this one. And I didn't expect to, because I've heard some bad things about it. But I actually did like this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm giving this an 8.5. It's pretty solid. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Not quite a 10, but I think I liked this one. I loved this one. Yeah. I think that's it. If you're into spice, you're into reading retellings of Greek mythology and like spicy myths, I would pick this up. Pick it up. Again, it's 18 plus because there is some smexy scenes. They're not exactly like super described as some other ones, but again, 18 plus. Don't read if you're underage. Please and thank you. So, and I seen somebody made a comment about me saying that on a spicy retelling book I did. I think it was on the Neon Gods video. I'm not quite sure. But they decided to make a comment saying, well, it's 18 plus, don't read this. You know kids are gonna read it, right? Well, I feel like I have to put a disclaimer, because if someone is looking for, like, let's say someone just finished Percy Jackson, and they're looking for some more Greek mythology retelling type books like Percy Jackson, and they're underage. And if I didn't tell them to, like, if I told someone to pick this up and I didn't tell, you know, that this is an 18 plus book, and if they get caught with an 18 plus book at their house where they're probably not supposed to be reading it, you know, I don't want someone's parents to catch them. Hell no. I've heard horror stories about kids getting caught reading smut on Wattpad and their parents taking all their electronics away. I don't want someone that's actually reading physical books to get caught with this. Okay? Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like I need to put that disclaimer. Because especially if you're someone that doesn't like spice, there's people out there that don't like spice. There's people that just want a nice retelling, a nice, cute, romantic retelling without the spice. So I feel like I should include that. So I just wanted to address that real quick, and that's why I give a disclaimer, because there's people that don't like spice, and plus there's kids that would pick this up that don't need it in their lives yet, or just haven't been exposed to that yet, and being exposed to that and then like all that going on. So, you know, there's a lot of issues why I put that disclaimer, and I feel like I should put one in because it is 18 plus. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys today. If you feel like it, hit the like button, hit the subscribes, press all the buttons, do all the YouTube-y things. Yeah. Again, I'm not used to this. I just feel like I should, you know, do the clicks and the buttons thing because it's what YouTubers do. I just feel like if people want to subscribe, they should just like my content and subscribe if they want, but if you want to, go ahead. You can always change your mind. Anyways, what are you guys reading? What is your current read? What is your favorite Greek myth? I think that's going to be today's question at the end of the video. What is your favorite Greek myth and why? I think one of my favorite Greek myths is, of course, like Hades and Persephone or Medusa. I like the story of Medusa as well. I feel like it's very tragic and it can be interpreted multiple different ways. So, yeah. What are you guys reading? What's your favorite Greek myth? All those things. I love you all so, so much. I love you. Be safe out there. Maybe stay inside and read, because the world is scary right now. So, yeah. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.